got some work to do now.
Previously on...
Hey, Kickers here. We did it. We survived. We're at the end of Velma. And while it wasn't the greatest show, it also wasn't the absolute worst show. There's some good, there's some bad, there was great animation, there were some funny jokes, there were some terrible jokes. But we did it and we are at the end. But before we get into it, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get started. After experiencing 10 episodes of the show, I can certainly say that it's left its mark on me and the franchise as a whole. We're left with a new version of the Mystery Incorporated group, though it really have no idea if that's exactly what they're going to be calling themselves. I mean, after everything that's gone down between them, all of the arguments, Norville ending up killing Fred's mother, the person who's actually behind the murders, things are a bit spicy among our teens. At least the stage is set for them to grow and develop as characters next season, because yeah, this thing was greenlit, it's gonna be a next season. This was successful no matter what people talked about. Now luckily the thing I feared most happening didn't happen. They did not use the whole conceit of, hey, we're cutting people's brains out and putting them into different bodies to take some character's brain out and put it into the body of a dog, thus giving us this version of Scooby-Doo. There is no Scooby, they stuck to the guns on that, and I am glad they did not ruin another character by turning them into Scooby. Dear God, that would have been gross and disgusting, especially the whole thing people thought was going to happen. So, this big Scooby-Doo-less Scooby-Doo show, was it a success or a failure? Well, we've got another season, people are talking about it, so by that metric, yeah, it's a success. But was it a good or a bad show? That's something a little deeper you have to delve into. As I've said before, when they really work at it, the animation for the show is gorgeous. And I'm actually fond of the character designs. I love the way they move. Yeah, there's lots of gross out and overly brutal scenes, but it kind of works for this show. Everyone has their own distinct look, but they also blend together well as a part of a complete and total show. And I hate to say it, but no, I don't hate to say it. The show succeeds at being a murder mystery. I actually was shocked at what happened. I didn't pick out who the killer was, but it kind of makes sense when you get to the end. It was fun getting there. I mean, I did not like the characters, but I liked the idea of them solving the mystery, and if they become more likable as it gets on, I'd like to see these people writing more mysteries with these characters. The idea of a bunch of asshole jerks solving mysteries is appealing to me. The whole idea that Fred's utter incompetence throughout the series was really the driving force behind the murders was kind of genius. The idea that they were trying to find a new brain to go for his body, I mean, I did not suspect that, but it makes a lot of sense when you really think about it on this show. The show ends with Daphne taking a more active action role, Fred wanting to get into ghost hunting because of his mother's death, Norville freaking the fuck out, and Velma comfortable with her crappy dad out of the picture and her mom back home. The show also ends with all the characters being in love with Velma, which is just, what? End of the day, was this the worst show in the world? No, it certainly wasn't great, but it has a lot of good parts, it has a lot of good animation, it has a lot of good voice work. It has some very, very crappy written dialogue, though, that the voice work didn't work with, but I'm kind of glad that I suffered through it for your amusement, hopefully, and maybe it'll end up better next time. Before I get going, I'd like to give a shout out to Roy C. Gaming. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you're having a great time. I'm Keckers, this is me still reviewing Scooby-Doo stuff, and that includes Velma for the foreseeable future. Anyway, later taters.